Hi, everyone. It's the Book Cougars, two middle-aged women on the hunt for a good read. I'm Emily.
And I'm Chris. And we just wanted to show you what's coming up on episode 248 in a couple weeks. We just had a great conversation with Natalie Dykstra, author of Chasing Beauty, a book we both read this year and absolutely adored. We are so thrilled to be able to get a chance to talk with Natalie. We talked her ear off, kept her very long time, but we appreciate her time, and we think y'all are going to like the interview that we did with her.
And we'll put the date that episode drops in the links down below. And we both highly recommend this. This would actually make a great gift for the art lover in your life, for people who love biography, and if you had any chance to then go
to see the museum in Boston, her museum. This is a image of the courtyard inside, the Venetian facade, and you can see, the glass roof up there. Really amazing. And this biography, it's like Emily said, great for art lovers, women history, 19th century history, early 20th century history. She knew so many of the who's who crowd that I think this book is a great read for everyone.
And I mean, I don't usually use like flourishy, flowery language, but I would say that the visit to this museum was life-changing for me. I don't know how you felt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't typically gasp when I walk into places.
Yeah.
And this was just so stunning and such a different way of looking at art and artifacts and history.
And then understanding the impact that collecting art had on Isabella's life.
Yes.
So highly recommend. Stay tuned for that conversation on episode 248.
So we're going to talk about what we're currently reading and then share another holiday gift idea. And then we each have 2 upcoming reads we'll briefly mention. So would you like to start us off?
Sure. I was on an unexpected text string this weekend with my group of friends that I used to have a book club with that I met via Booktopia. So we're all over the country. And Russell, who some of you know from Ink and Paper blog, he's a booktuber, and he also does our annual top 10 books of the year episode just over the first of the year, put out that thing, like what's been your favorite book this year that you've read? And this was one that Russell recommended, Dream State by Eric Puchner. I right away went to the library, got myself a copy, got the audiobook, and oh my gracious, I'm enjoying this very much. It's reminding me of Buckeye by Patrick Ryan, not in the subject matter, but just in the fact that it's an epic novel that stretches over, I believe, about a 50-year period of time with 2 men in particular who are friends in a marriage that goes a little bit awry. It covers topics like Alzheimer's, addiction, life, raising children, everything. It takes place in Montana. One of the other big story arcs is about climate change. So really loving this one.
I am very deep, almost at the end of Citizen Reporters. This is a joint biography of S.S. McClure, Ida Tarbell, and the magazine that rewrote America by Stephanie Gordon. I'm on part 3. This is broken into 3 parts, and the third part is called Fall. So it is kind of the beginning of the end of the height of McClure's magazine. McClure had a lot of mental health challenges. I think at the time they didn't understand necessarily. I think they knew he was having mental struggles, but they didn't know how to help him really. Also marital problems. He was having an affair or 2 at a time when that, if it got out, could really not only tank somebody's reputation, but also anything he touched. So his star reporters and editors like Ida Tarbell were worried about this affair getting out and tanking the magazine. So, I like to read about people's rise and the journey of their success, and then reading about the fall can be a little bit harder, but that's life, right? So
When you first said that, I was thinking, oh, fall, like the season. But that is not what you meant.
No, so the different sections she has is origins, rise, and then fall. And really, I love this book. I hate for it to end. And I actually didn't read it for about 3 days because, like, I didn't want it to end. I wanted to kind of probably let those first 2 parts kind of cure in me and my mind a little bit more before I went on. So
the book we're all always looking for, the one that we don't want to end.
Right? Yeah.
So on episode 247, which just dropped this week, we announced our holiday gift ideas. And as promised, we are going to be sharing them here on BookTube a little bit at a time. Last week we shared 1 item each. This week we also have an item each. This is an example of one of those paper flat pens that we talked about. I think this might be a different brand than we mentioned in the show notes. This one is called Eclectionary Flat Bookmark Pens. Great name. I left it on here because I thought it was so cute. The ribbon even says, I don't know if you can see it, Eclectionary. It's kind of twisted. And I love that I'm a swimmer, so I believe I picked this one up at Bank Square Books, and I just love it. And as we talked about on the episode, we are both now in the habit of using these as bookmarks, which is what they're designed to be, and a pen, so you don't have to go chasing around for a pen when you want to take note of something. And I keep it in my bookmark pen, covered. Love it.
One and done.
One and done,
say, right?
Yes.
So one of the things I recommended on the episode 247 was an American Renaissance tarot deck. This is from Schiffer Publishing, and I stumbled across that company at Barnes & Noble during a browse. I ran into a tarot deck that is themed with Charles Dickens, his life, his novels, and all that good stuff. What I didn't mention on that episode is what I purchased for myself that day. I bought this bibliophile oracle deck, and it's 52, cards. It says whether you let the cards guide you on a path of self-discovery or you use the deck to find your next favorite novel, the bibliophile oracle deck is the ultimate keepsake for book lovers. I haven't opened it yet. It is still sealed. I plan on checking this out and playing around with it a lot during my semester break.
Nice.
I'll be off from early December to I think almost the end of January. It's a really long break this year. So, these things are really fun. And I know other bookstores carry tarot decks, oracle decks. You don't have to necessarily go to Barnes & Noble. You can go to the publisher. You can find these online from a lot of different retailers. But, how much was this? This was, $22 US. So, not exactly inexpensive, but still probably a decent gift as a stocking stuffer or somebody at work or something like that if you have a Secret Santa, which we do at work. We have a Secret Santa, and I think our limit's $20, but $2.
Yeah, you might stretch it a little bit.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, so those are fun. And now we're on to some upcoming reads.
Yes, we've gotten a couple fun books at headquarters here that I wanted to share. I think there'll be authors' names who you recognize. This is Rainbow Rowell's new book, Cherry Baby. This comes out, I believe this one is April. Yeah, April 2026. We're talking about that now. And I've only read one of her novels. She writes both for YA and adults. This is for adults. And here she's taking on being a person in a fat body, living in a world today. I believe her marriage crumbles somewhat due to that. They're out in the public eye. Her husband's career puts them out in the public eye. And it's also taking on the fact of living in a fat body during the time of Ozempic and how that is affecting people. Rainbow Rowell is known for talking about things before we know we should be talking about them. So I really appreciate that about her writing. And I'm really looking forward to digging into this and having her walk me through that idea a little bit. So,
cool.
Yeah.
I just saw on the back she lives in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, cool. Yes, she does.
Cool.
Just like most of her characters, it says.
That's awesome.
And then the other one is Enormous Wings by Laurie Frankel. Just wait till you hear about this one. And this comes out in May. So this one was April of 26, and this one is May. And we'll put pre-order links down below. This is about a woman in her 70s who is living in an it's not assisted living, it's a retirement community, and has a relationship and starts to not feel well, and they start going through the battery of things that they think it might be, considering her age, and then it happens to turn out that she's pregnant.
What?
Yeah. And the story takes off from there. And Laurie Frankel is another author that really has us look at things through different lenses. And the last paragraph on what it says on the back of this book is, Enormous Wings is an urgent novel about female agency and bodily autonomy, morality, and mortality. It's about what happens when you don't get to choose. It's about motherhood and family, sex and love and friendship, and how those bedrocks, even so late in the day, can still change and then change everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Both of these, I cannot wait. Yeah.
Well, and that one, the cherry, too, with the tie and the cherry, that was such a sexual thing. Like, if you can tie a knot in the stem of a cherry, that means you do certain things really well in bed.
With your tongue.
Yes, yes.
Thanks for bringing that one up.
Well, happy holidays.
That's right. I was going to bring up the fact that my hair is sticking straight up today because it's so dry here, and then I thought maybe it had to do with the fact that I got a new bra and I'm feeling quite perky.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something about having sex, but okay. New bra, that does it too.
I mean, they can kind of go together, but yeah.
Nice. Well, I am going to be reading one. You know what? Another nonfiction. It is Nonfiction November, but I'm not really sure why. But I'm having a hard time with novels lately. The last couple weeks. So after I finish the Citizen Reporters, I will be jumping into this one. A Thread Across the Ocean, The Historic Story of the Transatlantic Cable by John Steele Gordon. And this one is about the laying of the cable, across the ocean so that the telecommunications could become more instantaneous, right? Really joining the continents together. This is one that was recommended by a family member, Grandpa Jack, a long time ago, and I'm really looking forward to finally getting to it. And then the next one I have, I think I mentioned this one before. I probably showed it when I first bought it, which is maybe earlier this year or even last year. Radicals and Rogues, The Women Who Made New York Modern. And this is by Lottie Whalen. And it starts off with the Armory Show, which was a very important modernist art show at the turn of the century. And then it looks like she has some chapters, can you see that? On different women who were involved. So, really looking forward to this one. Mina Loy, she pops up in the most interesting places. Because she also wrote. So more to come on this one.
I just watched Dracula, so that's all I can think of when you say the name Mina. I watched Dracula for this one over here. Oh. And for My Gentleman Caller, I should say.
I
We'll be talking about that.
To talk about this with her. I actually watched it again, too. We're talking about the Coppola adaptation, which rubs me the wrong way, but I rewatched it anyway. So we're going to have a wonderful conversation about that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. That's on an upcoming episode. We haven't had that conversation yet. What are you reading? What are you buying as holiday gifts? What are you watching? We're always interested in book-to-film adaptations.
For sure. Yeah. If you have a favorite Dracula adaptation, let us know. Because, my favorite is, and probably always will be, Bela Lugosi. The first Dracula movie, and the movie that really kind of helped establish horror as a cinematic genre. It's very influential. So, I'll take Christopher Lee as well. So, yeah.
You have to.
Anyway, I guess we should stop talking on that happy note.
We wish you all lots of Happy reading.